So some of the stuff that I've been working on this week I can't show in this video because it would be spoilers. I've been working on enemies and bosses a little bit, and that includes bringing over the final boss from Gunmetal Arcadia 0 into Gunmetal Arcadia. I've also been working on a new final boss, and for obvious reasons, I don't want to show either of those yet. If you haven't had the opportunity to play 0 yet, I don't want to show that one, and I don't want to spoil the end of this game. But that sort of necessitated solving some problems as far as how I plan the structure of an entire session, choosing multiple levels with different themes for each. I currently only have the one tile set in there, but once I have more of those, I'll need to decide what theme each level will have, decide what boss goes in each level, decide, what background music is going to go in each level, and all these sorts of things. So I've been stubbing out a little bit of that stuff this week, and then also doing some work on the, enemy variants and stuff like that. So I'll step through the game here and see if anything interesting shows up, and if any spoilers appear, I'll edit those out and post. Let's see. So let's see, what else have I been doing? I've made some small tweaks and stuff to level generation. There is a chance now that when the critical path branches off to the side. Oh, so here's a new enemy type. This is similar to the Shriek enemy from 0, but he shoots beams from his eyes. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so there's a chance that when the critical path branches, the branched path can be blocked off with destructible terrain or locked doors. So there's more interesting variations that can occur in levels, and they won't risk blocking off the critical path. So that was something that I've been wanting to do for a while. I'm not sure if it will show up in this level in particular, but if it does, I'll point it out when and if it happens. So this is a new enemy type. This is a variant of the parity enemy from 0. What this guy does is when you get close to him, he locks down and you can't hurt him with your sword. You can still hurt him with bombs and with sub-weapons if you have them. Otherwise you have to just get far enough away from him that he'll chase you. So he's sort of more of an obstacle than a persistent threat. There he goes. Oh, so I made a small change to these challenge rooms, which is that if you have an enemy like these eggs that spawns other enemies, you have to kill all the things that they spawn before the treasure chest will drop. So I have to kill all those slimes, and then this thing drops here, and hey, sub-weapon. I really am starting to appreciate the difference in balance between this game and 0, now that sub-weapons are becoming sort of rare. It's changing the way I play. It's definitely making the game more difficult, making me think more about the choices I have to make, and that's good. That's, coming closer to striking the right balance that I've been wanting for this game. Yeah, this is a fantastic killer palette. This is like one of the debug killer palettes that I just use for marking tiles that don't normally show up in the game. Key. No, I think I'll keep the axe. I feel like there's at least one more enemy variant that has not shown up yet. So I'll keep an eye out. I raised the weighting of some of the enemies, the new ones I've added, so there should be a higher chance of them appearing during this video. But we'll see. I need another key. Oh, there's a door there. I couldn't tell because it picked a pallet that was almost entirely black. That's not a shop. Hey, heart container. So that is an empty heart container. It raises the cap but does not refill your health. Full heart containers now also do not refill your health completely. They only give you the one heart that they are adding to the cap. Oh, that's great. The bounding box in those guys is a little bigger than the player, as I recall, and they can sometimes get stuck in these small spaces. So I haven't seen any of the what I was talking about where the branching paths get blocked off. Here we are, the final boss. Level in boss. I still need to do some work to make sure that those guys don't, fire projectiles as soon as you walk into the room. In Zero, I got around that problem by just re-rolling the randomizers until I got one that worked well. Obviously, that's not going to work for this game. So yeah, I didn't see any of the locked off paths like I was talking about, but those can occur. I would normally say go check out the build, but there is not a new playable build this week, just because I have been working on final boss stuff and I haven't had time to lock that stuff out so it wouldn't show up, and I don't want to spoil any of that stuff. So once I get that stuff all worked out, I'll put up a new playable build, hopefully next Friday, maybe this Friday. But yeah, I'm making progress. This week was not, I think, as productive as last week was when I had that massive change list of all the things that went out in the new build. But yeah, I'm making good progress and starting to figure out how I'm planning out entire sessions of the game. So that's nice. That's sort of one of the last big remaining unsolved problems before I can get into just content production on this game. So it'll be nice to have that done and get all that stuff figured out. As always, thanks for watching. This series is supported through Patreon. I want to give a shout out to Patreon supporters Jace, Benjamin, and Opa and Nana for their contributions. You can find the links to my Patreon campaign below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.